Everybody dance now. All right, let me see. Get this off top chat onto live chat. What else we got to do here? Pull that up there. Pull that. I like to pull things. Ah, who did we shank? We, we, we can go prisony and today's. It's free for all Friday. Anything can happen. Certainly, prisony stuff can happen. Yeah, everybody's been Lude. Everybody's been pizzazzing up the names for Free for All Friday. Yeah, I had pizza last night. HD. Yeah, I. For those of you who aren't used to Free for All Friday, yes, I read the comments and I jump around quick, so there's no telling which direction the conversation goes in next. It was good. They there's a pizza place not far from here that I really like, and they came through last night. It was an excellent round of pizza. Curtis be looking like a snack. Wow, I mean that's a good thing, but I don't know about that, Isaac. I've got a monitor here. I look like a lot of shit, but I wasn't thinking snack. Giggity Goo says, sup, day before attending a wedding, so I'll be skipping. I'm one of these people, I despise going to weddings. Could be, though, because way before YouTube, I used to do video work on the side as a side job. And I recorded so many weddings, I just got so sick of it. Barry's damn near late. What the fuck, dude? Well, I'm actually lucky. I just got was able to do Free for All Friday today. For a little while, it looked like I wasn't going to make it back in time. So I'm just glad I got here. A stale snack. Yeah, Big Green. Yeah, one of those snacks that, like when you, like if you got some awesome double stuffed Oreos and you know how the top of the package, now you peel it back and you eat some of those delicious double stuffed Oreos. And then when you go to put the thing back, you put it at an angle so it's not covering them all and air gets into it. And the next day you go to get more and it's all freaking stale and shitty. That's me. I'm a stale and shitty Oreo, apparently. Brian says, I actually have a day off. It's been a minute. And of course, I'm watching this live stream. The only difference is I'm not watching during work. Never mind. Good to see you. Well, I'm glad you're in, Brian. That's cool. And I mean this sincerely. The fact that things like this, that when you guys get a day off from work and you're willing to spend that time hanging out here, that means a lot to me. It genuinely does. You're at the dentist, Willie? Oh, goddamn dentists. They like to give us pain. I actually don't mind the dentist that much. I've always said to be hypocritical.
Yeah.
For things like say the Novocaine needle or something like that. To why am I'm not hearing? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm hearing our sound effects and stuff. This stuff's important to me. I think it'd be hypocritical for me to have something like the Novocaine needle bother me when I spent that many years of my life taking razor blades and cutting my own flesh with them and stuff. Mr. Badland says I have a 3-day weekend because of Columbus Day. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting Columbus Day is Monday. So I'm going to need extra sticky stuff to last me the weekend. Well, that's why, again, everybody should have the official trademarked sticky stuff fanny packs on during live streams, especially Free for All Friday live streams when we know the sticky stuff at the end is going to be of the highest quality. Yeah, you got it. They have a special lining there that keeps the sticky stuff in its natural state. I was going to say it keeps it fresh, but that wouldn't be accurate because like Monday, Tuesday sticky stuff isn't that fresh to begin with. So it just keeps it in its in the state that you got it. Colton says, "What's up? We're going to talk about Dark Souls today." Well, wait, Dark Souls is What's Your Pants Wednesday. I mean, you can talk. We can talk about anything you guys want. But yeah, we'll be back to Dark Souls on Wednesday. That was fun. I like that. I like fighting those things.
Oh, yeah.
I like trying to get as I was doing in that round, trying to get the angles down and the distance down for the fights so that I can kick the shit out of them rather than having to use my bullets up because I'm always paranoid about running out of ammo. So I like that. What the hell? That keeps dropping down on me. Barry says, since you're late, we all get a free swing at your nuts. Hey, listen, if it'll give my nuts some action, I'm all for it. Those poor little bastards are so neglected. Quest guy, talk about the fly. Oh, the fly from the debate. Yeah, it's it's probably kind of a sad state of affairs in our politics when it all fascinated us that much. That fly. Dark Souls was my nickname in kindergarten, Jack says. How are the anime polls, Mr. Badlands? No, nothing's changed. It's going to be the conclusion we came up with. We're doing after Bleach is going to be the first two chapters. This is over at the Goosh, our Patreon. The first two chapters of Seven Deadly Sins. Then we're going to Hajime no Ippo, and down the road, because next year season 4 of Seven Deadly Sins is supposed to come out. If that's good and everybody likes it, then we'll put seasons 3 and 4 as reactions after that. I wasn't too bad, Chrome, in Dead Souls. Again, fighting games are one of the things that I'm not horrible at. I think anything where you can use more, I guess, more real-life tactics that you can apply. Like in fighting games, I've spent my whole life learning fighting skills and stuff like that. So ranging in a fight and things is stuff that I'm used to seeing and used to doing tactically. So what I've been trying to do in Dark Souls, because I was told right from the beginning that sometimes ammo is hard to come by, so I've been learning on those monsters how to strike from the proper distance to kick the shit out of them and knock their arms off without using my bullets. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too, Barry. He says Columbus Day. Don't tell the SJWs or liberals. Yeah, they're all upset about Columbus Day now too. That's got to change the name too because who the fuck knows why. Oh no, Dark Souls and Dead Space. I confused Dark Souls and Dead Space. You're right, Colton. God damn it, you're right. Dead Space was yeah. How do we end up talking about Dark Souls? That's right. You're right, Colton. I completely conflated the two. I guess all it takes is the D. Get it? Because there's a D at the beginning of both phrases, names. The D confused me. Take that excerpted out of this stream, and that'll be correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. So yeah, I forgot who brought up Dark Souls. Colton, why would we be talking about Dark Souls? I was thinking Dead Space. So I'm not sure that just well, in my brain. And that's obviously with the memory, that's the worst thing is nouns. So it was easy to cross over, but I don't know why would we be talking about Dark Souls? Hey, Jonathan. That's true, Philip. He says they've always been pissed about Columbus Days. That's nothing new. Yeah, for some time. I think it was just, Philip, well, I think you'll agree with me. In the past, it was more low-level rumblings, and people largely just said, yeah, whatever. It was an accident. Yes, he was genocidal, but he did discover the area. So, but nowadays, where it's more cool to allow things like that to really bother you, because, again, it's history. Yeah, even if he did commit genocide. Part of history. It doesn't have anything to do with current times. Oh, this is just a local politician looking for support. This guy I do support though. I like Angela Santa Barbara. Milag says Dark Souls, Dead Soul, Dying Space, same thing really. Yeah, just combine it any way you want, Milag. Dark Souls is a medieval action game where you fight giant monsters. Oh, Chrome, that does sound. I haven't played it, but now that you say that, I must have seen when you described it. I think I've seen gameplay of it or something because that sounds familiar, or maybe I just saw commercials for it or something. When you said that sounded familiar. This whole conversation has been bizarrely, well, like you can complete that sentence with anything. This whole conversation is always bizarrely something. So, of course, Isaac, I'm still your grandpa. He discovered the Caribbean. The Vikings discovered North America. Well, I should say this. He's credited for discovering this region, Philip. Yeah, we all know he clearly was not the first one to get here. Krusty Bomb says, I think it happened because you conflated the two for some reason. Dark Souls is a lot more difficult than Dead Space and isn't a horror game. Yeah, that's, again, I've never played Dark Souls. But when Chrome described that, that's probably what it was. I probably just saw a commercial for it or something. Bloodlord says, when's your next book coming out? I want to read it. Oh, Colton's stream boss now. I don't know. I keep pecking away at it. Pecking away. Whenever I can, I just, it's time, getting the time in there to keep working on it. I don't know, but I'll keep you guys posted once it gets close. It's fun working on it. Did you buy COD World War II for Shooter Saturday? No, they had decided, Barry's. Everybody had decided on, what was it? On Black Ops 1. But, excuse me, sorry guys. I downloaded Black Ops 1 and it looks like absolute shit on PC. So I
Oh,
decided I didn't want to go with it. I
yeah.
still haven't decided what tomorrow's Shooter Day Saturday will be. Where's my notes? I had it down to a few. Oh shit, and I can't remember.
Oh,
What the hell did I write
yeah.
down? I gotta find. See, now I make myself notes and I can't find the notes. I had it down to a few different
Oh,
shooting
yeah.
games. I know I asked on Twitter too. I'll have to go back and reference that, but I haven't decided for sure which one it's going to be. Ty says they have a point about Columbus, but there are much more important problems in the world than a stupid day. Well, that's the way I look at it, Ty. It's not a big enough deal to me to really be concerned about it. You know, okay,
Oh,
it's been Columbus Day forever.
yeah.
Was Columbus a douchebag? Yeah. Was he confused? He didn't even know where he was? Yeah. But who really gives a fuck? It's a day off for everybody, and who gives a shit? That's my take. Colton says we talked about it on the Goose. I'm Coltonius Maximus over there. Talked about which? Oh, okay. Dark Souls. Okay, I is that what you mean, Colton? Or talking about the next shooter game. Brian says, "Are you or Spaz Kid getting the Oculus Quest 2? I got mine pre-ordered. Gonna be so good." I gotta ask him about that, Brian, because he's got the Oculus. I think we did. No, actually, I think we did talk about that. I think we.
Oh,
Yes, he did tell me that because
yeah.
the all that stuff I leave to him as far as whether it looks worth it or not, because he's way more up on that than I think he did say we wanted that. I didn't know they were up for pre-order already. Yeah, I do like the virtual reality games, the VR games a lot, and I'm sure I could hook it up where we could make some videos of that too. Yeah. So we probably will. I didn't realize that pre-orders were available though. Jordan says the oh yeah is giving me chills. What the fuck? I know. You know, I try and switch things around. Like today, you see the super chats are Kakashi twerking, and I like to keep rotating that in and out, rotating it in and out of Kakashi twerking. There you go. But I like that sound effect for some reason. That one always seems to stay. Jack says Curtis playing Dark Souls sounds like grade A fat material for me. Excuse me. Honestly, if they wanted to appease SJWs, the Native Americans and the Italians, they could rename it Amerigo Vespucci Day, the guy America is named after. Then again, it doesn't roll off the tongue. You're right. Chris Columbus you're right, Philip. Chris Columbus has got a much friendlier to the enunciation than Amerigo Vespucci. Yeah. Good shooter games. Nope, none exist, Luke says. Well, I can't. When the new Call of Duty comes out, I am getting that. We will be playing that. No question about that. Doom, I think might have been Lude, might have. I'm not sure if that. Let me hold on. I'll be away for just a second. Let me see if I can find that post I made on the Twitter, because some of the people in there had some good ideas. Where's my tweets? What's a real good shooter? Let's see what people said. The ones they talked about that. Oh, Borderlands. I thought that was because I know Borderlands. I love Claptrap. That was a good idea. Let's see. Rainbow Six Siege got recommended. Warframe. SPC Sandflea said Warframe. That sounds. I've heard of that one before.
Oh,
That sounds like it's pretty good. Halo
yeah.
Master Chief Collection, Splitgate. I I'll tell you what do you guys think about Borderlands?
Oh,
I always really liked Borderlands when
yeah.
Spaz Kid was playing it. When that was suggested, that I thought that might be a good idea. Giggity says, have you thought of playing Persona 5 Royal? No, I've never played the Persona games. For an anime-centered channel, it's one of the best out there. It's long but good story and gameplay. I hadn't thought about that, Giggity, just because Persona I haven't played, and if Spaz Kid has played it, it wasn't when I was around, so I didn't get to see it, so that typically then they're not, forefront for me to think of them. Excuse me.
Oh,
So Ty says, oh yeah, I also
yeah.
got a promotion at work this week. Good for you, pal. Congrats. That's cool. Oh, yeah. Little extra cash is always a nice thing. Good for you. Eh, oh, Looney. Looney. I like that. That's a good change, Lachlan. Lachlan's now Looney Lachlan. Shooter Saturday, but I thought schools were closed on a Saturday. But don't. Krusty says, ooh, Doom is a nice game to play, especially if you imagine the enemies as SJWs. Borderlands is awesome. I want to see what you guys thought about that. Love that game? Oh, do Borderlands 2. That was gonna be Borderlands is dope. Mafia, I've heard of that one. That's not a bad idea either. Mafia is supposed to fuck off, Train. Mafia is supposed to be a really good game. Every time Borderlands come out, people say they're bad, and every time I play them, I have fun. I forgot about what do you guys think about that? Mafia and Borderlands. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Just hit me with them in here because that's tomorrow. I'll be picking. Oh, just so you guys know, it's possible though that Shooter Day Saturday might be Shooter Day Saturday Sunday because I am really busy tomorrow. But if I don't get to do Shooter Day for you guys tomorrow, I will do it Sunday. Michael says if you react to Meat Canyon, just know you're entering a black hole. A lot of people have been talking about Meat Canyon. As you see, I haven't been doing a lot of reaction videos other than because I do 3 a day every day over at the Goose, and I've just really just got such a passion for watching anime that it just I don't know. Other than that, it's been more fun gaming than doing reaction videos of things other than anime. Chrome says never played Borderlands, just know the creators are raging ass. Really? I didn't know that. Persona games are all pretty self-contained, don't require much context. That's cool. Okay, I want to see what you guys are saying. Borderlands is awesome, but I'm into RPGs like Final Fantasy and Witcher. Playing the zombies and see some big old zombie bazongas. Bloodlord says, I don't generally play shooters, but the Borderlands franchise is really fun and hilarious, right up your alley. See, I do remember it. Brax was playing it, and again, I got to know Claptrap a little. I played it a little, but I never really, went anywhere with, hey, Giggity Goo is Stream Boss now. I never played it enough to have serious context, but I liked the characters a lot. Mafia 2 was awesome. Curtis here, excited for ERB returning late this month. Yeah, I am, Quest Guy. I do love ERB. I really do. I support them on their Patreon, so I'm able. I get all the news from them right away. And yes, I am. Borderlands 2. Borderlands is dope. So what do you guys think? Borderlands is really fun and funny. Mafia 2 is awesome. Niall says. Mafia is not really an FPS, but you do shoot it. Well, I had said early on, Big Green, that Shooter Day, that I use that term loosely. In other words, like we could even play Grand Theft Auto 5 on a Shooter Day Saturday, as long as it involves shooting. I get what you're saying. It's not classic shooters, but as long as it involves shooting, I'm okay with it. Borderlands 2 is great, and there's an insane shirtless. Okay, so you guys seem to be leaning towards Borderlands. So my next question is 1 or 2. I'm thinking 2. It seems like everybody's really high on Borderlands 2. Because I'll do it later this evening when I'm eating dinner or something. Whatever one we decide on, I'll have it downloading as I eat tonight. Dragon just took over as Stream Boss. He says, have you watched the new Dragon short that TFS released? No, I haven't. I haven't seen that Dragon. Somebody did mention that to me, and to be honest with you, I forgot about it until just now when you said it. Lakers about to be champion. Yeah, Ocho. I didn't think there was much chance of them being stopped. I thought early on in the season, or through most of the season, I thought maybe my Bucks could do it, but they came unglued at the end. I won't root for the Lakers now because LeBron has pissed me off with his whining. When he went, I've never been a big LeBron fan anyway. But when he went through that whole whiny little bitching tirade because he didn't get enough MVP votes, he just annoyed me. So, yeah, I won't root for them now. Let's see what you guys are saying. 2. Everybody's saying 2. Okay, so let's try that. We'll at least try Borderlands 2 for Shooter Day Saturday and see if it's something we want to stay with. Colton says 2 is better in most every way. Kingdom Key says 2 is definitely better. Way superior, Willie says. Okay, good. See, this is why I love having these streams prior to the other streams because I get good details on that. Okay, let's go with that. I'm going to make myself a note because I forget things. So let's go with Borderlands 2 for Shooter Day. All right. Later this afternoon, then I will, or this evening, I'll start that downloading. Well, actually, fortunately now our connection's good enough. It doesn't take a long download. I'll just get it all set. So, and again, just so you guys know, it might be Shooter Day Saturday. It might be Shooter Day Sunday. I'm still not sure on that yet. A sports ball, my favorite, Chrome says. I was never invested in basketball. I go back and forth on basketball, Wolverine. I really enjoyed it as a kid. In the Jordan era, in the, the Magic and Bird era, I really enjoyed it. They went through a stage where like the teams got too thug acting for me, and I didn't like that. There were too many players in there that I just didn't care for, so I got away from it. But now I've been back into it again somewhat. Not as much as I used to be, but I still enjoy it. Geralt has a crossbow, so does Witcher 3 count? Well, see, what I've never played the Witcher games either, Bloodlord. I know a little bit about them, but I don't know any real details. Michael says, I'm not a Lakers fan, but I want them to win the finals for Kobe. Yeah, I can see that. I always, again, Kobe didn't play for a team that I root for, but I always liked Kobe as a player. I like the ultra intense guys. Kobe was one. Jordan was one, of course. I like the guys like that.
Yeah.
And of course, wildly talented as well. But LeBron just pisses me off. That whole thing with how can I only get 16 first place votes? And it's like, shut up. And the thing I can say is okay, this is my opinion. They always make the case between, LeBron and Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. I can tell you this. LeBron went on that little whiny rampage there while the Lakers are in the playoffs. I feel 100% certain Michael Jordan would not have given two shits about an MVP ballot when he was in the middle of a playoff drive. That guy was the most driven, most psychotic competitor you'll ever see. He was so laser focused on making sure he won, I'm sure he wouldn't have given a shit. And that's one of the reasons why I like Jordan over LeBron. Yeah, I know. Big Green says, fortunately, both days start with an S, so you can switch around between both days for shooters. Yeah, because weekends are extra busy for me, so that may happen quite a bit. Where Shooter Day Saturday becomes Shooter Day Sunday. That could happen regularly. Hi, Zeno. Good to see you, pal. Kobe doesn't care who wins. He's dead. My philosophy is kind of dark, Jack. No, I get that too, Jack, but I see what some people are saying. It's not my particular thing. I wasn't enough of a Kobe fan to have that carry over to rooting for LA, but I certainly did like Kobe, and it's horrific.
Yeah.
Obviously, what happened to him, and it did inspire what I think was that I've seen the most wildly distasteful meme of 2020 was one involving Kobe. Looney Lachlan says, slight tangent, but did you watch the South Park Pandemic special? Personally loved it. I did, Lachlan. I liked it. I think, you know what it is with South Park? South Park has got such a difficult curve for me because I still think that Imagination Land trilogy is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in comedy. So I end up, and I really did enjoy Pandemic Special. But to me, it was like Imagination Land was here, and the Pandemic Special was probably around here. Now, that still puts it above most things I watch. But I guess that, I don't know. I guess that's unfair to them to compare them to themselves. But I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it, but not nearly as much. I can watch that freaking Imagination Land thing over and over and over. I just think that was so witty and well done. Bloodlord says, watch the cinematic trailers for Witcher 3 in your spare time. We'll give you a good idea of the game, and they're so well made you won't regret it. I hear lots of good stuff about the whole Witcher series, Bloodlord. I hear great things about it all the time. And, this is my design for the channel is to continue on. I love live streaming, and now back into gaming, and we all, I owe a lot to BTG, and Coltonius for getting me back into gaming again with, Horizon Zero Dawn, and what the hell is it? What was the other game I was playing on the Goose, guys? The name's gone right on my head again. The scary game. Oh my God, that's terrible how I forget everything now. Zeno says my spot. Did you get it? Oh, what the hell was the name of the game? That drives me nuts. What was the name of the game I just finished on the goose, you guys? God damn it, I hate when I do that. The scary game with the kids at the beach
Oh,
and they're yeah, Zeno, you're back on
yeah.
top, dude. Oh, Man Bear Pig, he's he's real. I'm cereal this time. I love that too, Licks. That was great. But yeah, like I say, I thought the pandemic special was good. I end up comparing everything to that damn Imagination Land. Uh, Scary game. Yeah, I played it at the Goosh. It was sponsored at the Goosh, and it was really fun. It was really good, and the name has just gone completely out of my head. It's about these four kids who are out on an island, and all kinds of strange shit starts happening to them and everything. Fuck, it's gone. Oxenfree. Thank you, Philip. Thanks, Philip. Oxenfree. And Oxenfree and Horizon Zero Dawn are what really got me back into gaming. And now I'm like all gung ho, especially with that goddamn Among Us. That's fun. Faggot simulator gone. Um, the is it just me? I love that Among Us. I just think that's such a brilliant idea. Oh, let me read the super chat. I want to ask you guys that play any of you in here that are playing Among Us with us as I do that. I want to ask you something. I got an idea that I think might be a little better for how we set up who gets in the games. Lifer says Red Dead Redemption 2 is pretty good. Shooter. That I've heard too, Lifer. Brax played that and he really liked that too. Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem with playing Oxenfree. Thank you guys. I
Oh,
wouldn't have any problem
yeah.
with playing Red Dead at some point. I just what I know of that game and watching Brax play it, that looks good. Hey, how about when we're playing, and I don't know if this would help or not, but when we're playing Among Us, as we're trying to get, make it fair for everybody to have a chance to get in, the same people get in because, as was pointed out to me, some people, have a system going on where they can cut and or copy and paste, do it really quick. So they're getting into most of the games. What if when the game code comes out, instead of putting it in a chat comment, excuse me, what if I said the code? So in other words, every code ends in Q because we only use it if it ends in Q because otherwise for some reason it doesn't seem to work. So if I say the letters one at a time, whatever it is, if I say T, Y, G, H, N, and then MQ. Now everybody should have it in at exactly the same time, right? And then it should be just the system deciding who gets in, which should keep it mixed up. I don't know. Would that be better than me putting it in the chat where some people are able to copy and paste quicker? That would work, you think, Big Green? Let's see. That'd work. Lude's saying, yeah, let's try. Okay, we'll try that then. Next game, we'll try that. Instead of typing it in, I'll just say the code, and everybody, I'll say one letter distinctly at a time, so everybody can be putting it in together. Then boom, you hit those last two letters, and we see who gets in. Yeah, we'll try that, Lex. It's been bothering me because I don't like when, you got people that are watching every day and playing along with us and they can never get in. So I've been trying to think of something to get around it. So we'll try that next. We'll see how that works. Morgan would win every time. Well, that's the thing, Jack. Morgan is such a brilliant typist. Yeah, if it's just typing in, she's going to win. But if it's all one letter at a time, I think that'll even the playing field. You're right. Morgan's amazing how quick she can input data into a computer. Bloodlord says, I watched Nux Taku play Among Us with various people and it's hilarious. You can somehow tell when you're lying just by hearing your voice, which is creepy. Nux can? That doesn't surprise me with Nux. Nux is good. Nux is fun. I like Nux a lot. That doesn't surprise me with him. Ty says, or you can put a space between the letters and then copy and paste it. That's true. I think we'll try first though, Ty. Let's try just saying the letters, because then everybody should be on the same page. Because again, I won't say them quick. I'll space them out, so everybody should have the letters in at exactly the same time. Because when we get through 4 letters, you're gonna have, well, if you're on a keyboard, you're gonna have one finger on Q and the other on whatever the next to last letter is gonna be. Zeno says, is it just me or is it that tests for COVID are a problem? I feel like people who get tests can be having people worried. Who knows if you
Oh,
have had a negative, positive, and the
yeah.
testing feels inaccurate? Well, you're not wrong, Zeno. I mean, we've seen there's been lots of problems with false positives and everything. I, it's frustrating, but that part of it, as far as the government and trying to get things put in place, you kind of understand because it is still a new virus and they're doing the best they can. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't instill a lot of confidence when you see as many false. I don't even know about false
Oh,
negatives, but there's an awful lot of false
yeah.
positives out there. So yeah, it is rough. Colton's new stream boss, and he says, "Okay, before I go, I need an opinion from the chat. DS1 or DS3? DS. What are we talking with DS? Oh, Dark Souls. Dark Souls. Okay, Colton wants to know, guys, because obviously I don't know. From your guys' opinions, DS1 or DS3? Let's see what everybody has to say. Uh, DS456. Willie says, I have to get tested 3 times a week for work because we're on location. We're in a public apartment building. Oh yeah, Brian. Yeah, when you're out with the public that much. Oh shit. I think it's Dark Souls he's talking about, guys. Okay, Krusty Bomb says Dark Souls 3. Lick says 2. Cameron says 3. Oink says 3. Play one first, always. Die says DS3. Looks like a lot. DS nudity, Jack says. Looks like a lot of threes, pal. But Colton, looks like, I mean, we always get different opinions, but 3 is definitely the predominant one everybody's saying. Only played the first, Lachlan says, so can't say. But yeah, it looks like D's nuts. Lewd. It looks like 3 is the predominant thought here anyway. Excuse me, guys. Hey, Forever Doom. Bloodborne is actually best? Bloodborne. Heard that title too, Wix. I don't know anything about that one, but I have heard that title as well. Mr. Bagland says, I'll be back. I left the stove on. Oh, shit. And my cat is allergic to fire. Ah, what a pussy I am, right? Chrome says, oh, yeah, for the series I'm sponsoring, we're coming up to the filler. Oh, that I didn't know Sakura had filler. Oh, good thing you said that, Chrome. We're coming up to the filler soon, so
Oh,
may need to get the community's opinion on
yeah.
if we should do filler or not. I didn't even know it contained filler. Oh, you got me interested now. Let me look that up. I'm curious what episodes it is. Card Captor Sakura filler. I'm just curious. I had no idea that it had any. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Holy shit. 12 to 15, 19 to 24, 27 to 34, 36 to 38, 40, 43, 53, 55, 58, 60 to 64. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's up to you guys. Typically we skip filler, but that's each individual series is different. Huh, I didn't even know there was filler in there. Or if you told me, I've forgotten Chrome, which is entirely possible too. Zeno says, Among Us streams are not the way to do it. People who watch the stream while playing you could be the imposter. How are you going to hide that fact? Zeno, we've been playing Among Us streams for days now. You can't. Obviously, people could cheat if they wanted to cheat. It's a game. It's not something that we worry about it. We ask everybody that as soon as they get in the game to please not watch the stream and not have access to the stream, and we go about our business. You can't foolproof it, but it's still fun to play. We haven't had too many problems with it. We've had one guy that was a dick, but other than that, we haven't had too many problems. Chris says, Curtis is imposter. I saw him vent, then self-report. Game is so fun. I love that concept. It's such a simple concept, but so cool. There is a lot of filler in that, Philip. I was surprised when I looked all that up. Yeah, Chrome says we're not at filler yet. Yeah, I see. We're coming right up on it, though. What was it I say? 12, I think, is the first one. Yeah, I'm so happy our shoot. Oh, well, good. I'm glad. Temals. Yeah, Chrome says we only had one idiot try and spoil Curtis being the imposter. Yeah, you know what we'll do, Chrome, too? I thought about that. I don't think that's going to be a problem. That was a lone douchebag. If that became an issue, we could get around that easy, because all we'd have to do is, if people were doing that regularly, I would ask everybody in the game, if you're an imposter and only if you're about to get voted out, which a lot of times it's coming for you, call somebody out, just fake or real, doesn't matter. Just call anybody out as your partner. And if everybody did that, you would never know if it was somebody being a dick or they were just doing it because we asked them to. So we could counteract that easily if we needed to. Well, thanks, Kami. That's nice of you to say. Excuse me. Em says probably was E. He's a lone douchebag. Excuse me. Di says, I'm glad you're into Among Us. It's the only game of that type that is actually fun to watch. Oh my God, it's been a blast. I thought it'd be fun when it was first suggested, and I looked up a little bit about it, but it's way more fun than I even thought it would be. I got to get to know that second map, and I haven't even gone into the third map yet. I got to get to know them a little better, though, because I'm bad enough although I did finally win a game as imposter, but it's almost impossible to win if you don't have at least a semi-decent knowledge of the map as imposter, I mean. Excuse me. Lachlan says he was probably one of the Code Red guys. Could be. Could have just been a whiny, or it could just been a random run-of-the-mill whiny bitch. Would you think 2020 could be an actual game? It would be a depressing game, If 2020 is a game, it's probably a game where nobody wins. Every single round, there are no winners. It says, I think I'm kind of sus right now. Kill me, please. Demon Slayer movie. I did hear about that TZ. Yeah, I just love Demon Slayer. The anime movie that I really can't wait to see, and I just never get time to sit down and watch it, is the Konosuba one. Because I'm a major nerd for Konosuba. I love that series, and I still haven't seen the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oink says, also, is it swine-like or swine-like? I'm doing a funny, but my all-consuming incompetence is getting in the way. That's a good question. I believe swine-like. And I'm usually, with grammar, I'm pretty solid. I'm not positive. I would think that would be a hyphenated word. It wouldn't be two separate words, I don't think, swine and like. I think it would be hyphenated, swine like. That's my opinion. I'm not positive on that, though. No, I haven't played God of War, Bloodlord. Beautiful game. I was just gonna say, everybody says it's a gorgeous game. That's exactly what I was gonna say, but no, I haven't played any of that series. I don't know why people say 2020 has been bad to me. It's been one big riot. Gone. And Gone switched his name to Gone of the Dead. That's a good one, too. Oh, of course. Critical? Liam says, do you remember Penguin Zero? Yeah, I love Critical. Guy's a freaking riot. Is it swine-like? It is just, it's not hyphenated, Philip? Yeah, that one, I wasn't sure. Usually, again, just because of my background, I'm good on anything grammatical, but that, I don't think I've ever encountered that before. Philip says it's all one word, and I believe Philip. Philip has a really strong base of knowledge on that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it would be hyphenated. He said it would be hyphenated. Okay. That's what I thought. I mean, just from a grammatical standpoint, it should be a hyphenated word, I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Zeno says, I'd like to join Among Us stream, but no PC. Yeah, it is. It's just such a fun game. Dragon says, if 2020 was a game, it would play out like the ending of the Future Trunks arc in DBS. Yikes. Hey, Anthony, good to see you, pal. Yeah, oh, that's right, too. Among Us is on mobile, too. That's right. Em was just saying that because, I mean, I didn't know that personally, but now that Em says that, I remember people saying something about they were playing on their phones. That's right. So it's on mobile too. That's right. I had forgotten all about that, Em. Excuse me. Chrome says, then we wouldn't be shooting black-looking men if it was Future Trunks timeline. That was one of the funniest, most awkward lines of all time in the anime. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, wait, he didn't just fucking really say that, did he? Super Saiyan Monkey. You haven't played Among Us, Monkey? Oh, it's fun. It is fun. I was going to say it's a new game, but it's not. It's been out since like 2018, but it's really caught fire recently. Just look it up online. It's a fun game. And we do streams of it here all the time. Come join us with one. It's a blast. Is it? Rocky says Among Us is better on PC than mobile. Is it? I've never tried it on mobile. Excuse me. Kai says, "Get your wife." Get my wife what? What should I what should I get for her? Zeno says 2020 needs Grand Zeno quickly. Yeah. Probably just needs Grand Zeno to just say, okay, let's just forget it all. Yeah, you're probably right, Zeno. Don't shoot. This man is not black. Oh, prismatic.
Yeah.
That's one of those anime moments that sticks with you when you hear it, and you're like, wait a fucking second. Yeah, Jack says, I like that the androids killed all the black people, so they had to call Goku black to make him the enemy. Exactly, Em. That's exactly right. It's such a basic, simple game, but fun. Yeah, that's what struck me too. The concept is very simplistic, but it is so much fun. Hey, Big O. Excuse me again, guys. Sorry about that. Travis says, my name on Among Us is Pig Venus. Chrome says, Sakura has 33 episodes of filler out of 70 in the original series. They kind of integrate into the series canon episodes, kind of 50-50 on skipping some. There's good ones mixed in. Well, that's the thing too, Chrome. Especially with you, you're being the sole sponsor of it and everything. If you want, just pick out the ones that you'd like to see the reaction to, or you think they'd be good, would be good for reactions, and I'll skip the ones that you think aren't as good. I like that series though. The characters are just really cute, and the story is surprisingly good to me. I like the concept that the collecting the cards and everything. Everything about it's been cute. I liked her right from the get-go because of the whole familial relationship she has, the familial aspects of the show. Get your wife my number. What? Jack says. Feel like it could be Chrome. My chat gets behind sometimes too. And then, typically, though, what it'll do is all of a sudden it'll go bloop, and it rushes ahead and catches up. Dragon says, 2020 makes me think that Zamasu did nothing wrong. Chikami says, my name on... there you are. My name on Among Us is BTE a baggin'? VX Vanity says, damn, I haven't been on one of your streams since my old Swift Warrior account, like 2 years. I've been doing good. Good to see you again, my friend. Well, who took over? Dragon took over. Excuse me, guys. I agree with that, Gone. He says, games have gotten so complex that simple but fun games like Fall Guys and Among Us are a breath of fresh air. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And that's not throwing a stone at complex games. They're fun too. But you're right. It just seems like all the current releases are ultra complex. And it is fun to just play something simple. And especially like with both those games, something simple and that much just silly fun.
Oh, yeah.
Brian says, hey, Weiss, whenever you're ready to perform a do-over, bro. Oh my goodness, Philip! I was about to thank you. I was about to thank you for the pussy pink sky. That's not pussy pink. Philip came in with the ultimate crimson sky here. I appreciate that very much, Philip. Holy shit! You actually startled me with that. I don't think we've had a 500-hour super chat in well over a year, hasn't it been, guys? It's been a long, long time. He says, the Lone Ranger is about to be burned by a hostile tribe. He says, I want to see Tonto. Oh, no. I don't know this. Just the setup is good. Tonto comes forward. The Ranger whispers to him, and Tonto rides off. Yeah, needless to say, Philip took over as stream boss. Just as they're about to light the pyre, Tonto reappears with 10 beautiful naked women on white horses. The ranger says, "Damn it, Tonto. I said to get the posse, not the pussy." You guys know there is little in life I love. That combines two things that I love in jokes. I love terrible puns, and I love jokes where the setup is too long for the payoff. That's that's pretty good. Yeah, and I assume I want to see. Oh, okay, no way, I read that wrong. Tonto comes forward. The ranger whispers to him. Tonto rides off. Just they're about to light the fire. Tonto reappears with 10 beautiful naked women. Says, "I said to get the posse, not the pussy." I freaking. uh, that's yeah. That is the original Crimson Sky. Yeah, we haven't seen one in ages, and we hadn't seen a 500 super chat in. Oh, it's got to be way over a year, wasn't it, guys? I think it's been way over. Again, though, thank you, Philip. I appreciate that. Jimmy says, I still play the classics like Donkey Kong Country. I never played Donkey Kong Country. I played the the Donkey Kongs prior to that, but I never played Donkey Kong Country. I would play those, though. Jared says, you got to check out Golden Kamui. It's really good. Lupu Lorian says, when things go to shit and when things go crumbling down, don't say the Papa Franco didn't warn you. We should have listened. Yeah, no doubt, Lupu. It's funny. I guess the further we get away from Papa Frank's departure from making sketch comedy, it seems like the more I miss him. Those were, oh God, he was just one of those. And there's a few of them on YouTube, fortunately for all of us, just naturally funny guys. Because, I mean, a lot of his stuff was brilliant. But even in the sketches that he did, where the content itself wasn't top shelf, just the way he portrayed things and the way he did things made it top shelf. M says, Philip has now become the highest donator on here ever. I think I'm trying to remember back, M. We had a 500 in the past. Was it BTG or it could have been, oh, my memory's so fucking bad.
Oh,
we've only had a few that were anywhere. I think we might have only had one 500 in the past. No, that's a $500 joke, Ocho says. But in all seriousness, to me, that is because, again, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. My eye is itching terrible. Those are two things that that's why I like Norm Macdonald. Because I love bad puns. And I just think it's hysterical to set up a joke with a real significant amount of setup and then just pay it off with a very so punchline. I just absolutely love that. Downward says, I got tired of being spooky. Also, how the hell does Philip have 500 wasted on that joke? What do you do for work, man? Wait, that wasn't wasted. Again, that joke had two key elements of what makes a great joke in it. How much is Canadian 500 in real money? I don't even know. What is the exchange rate? Anybody know? I wouldn't even know how to begin to figure that. Philip will know right offhand. I tell you, I've always said, if I could pick out one person that I know, and I know people call me on this all the time when I say I know. It's like, oh, you don't really know the people. Yeah, I think when we're together as often as we all are here, I don't think you have to have been face to face with people to know them. Do you guys? I consider myself that I know you. And the reason I say this, I was leading into saying something. My wife and I watch Jeopardy a lot when we're sitting downstairs. I don't get shit for the answers, right? And I'm okay at trivia, but I'm not that level. And I've always said, of all the people I know, if there was one person I was going to have to send to Alex Trebek to kick some ass in trivia, it would be Philip. There's no question. Philip has a significant amount of knowledge on a really wide amount of topics. VX Vanity says, "Hey Curtis, so someone I knew named John Apple got executed via electric chair a while back. Jesus Christ." The executioner asked him if he had any last words. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to see a fried apple." Oh, that's awful. That's wonderfully awful. Oh man. Well, that's the way I look at it too, Chrome. Like she says, well, a lot of us have talked for years. I mean, I'm, I don't, I'm not, I don't go out of my way to be a jerk to people. Quite the opposite. I am typically always respectful to people unless people give me a reason not to be. But that said, I by design don't have a lot of close friends, and it's not a complaint. That's literally by design. It's just not. I have a lot of acquaintances, and I consider my buddies from wrestling and some of the gang from my years of stand-up as close friends, even though I don't get to see them as much. And then we have one couple I've told you guys that we spend a lot of time with and I'm very close with, but that's about it. You guys are, outside of my family, the closest people to me, and I haven't met any of you in real life. But I figured out a long time ago, it doesn't matter. I mean, I know as much about your lives, and I think you guys know about as much about mine as typical, meet you in the flesh every other day type friends do. So that's why I don't even feel like I should have to, when I say, if I say something about whoever, Big Green's right here. If I say Big Green is this of all the people I know, I consider that I know you guys. At least he has hooker money now, Wolverine says. My wife doesn't let me date. Krusty Bomb says, yeah, death row inmates' last words tend to be awfully morbid to a sometimes hilarious degree, if you ask me. Oh, if I would, yeah, listen, I guarantee you guys, and it could happen, if my life leads me down a path where I eventually end up getting a death sentence, I will have some great last words. You guys will be talking about it on a stream. Won't be with me because I'll be busy being fucking dead. But the last words I say will be awesome. Super Saiyan Monkey says, wait, Canada is a real place, eh? Well, Canada's real, Monkey. You got to remember, the flat earthers told us it's Australia that's faking it. Australia isn't real at all. It's actors pretending. I mean, like we didn't know that Australia. Just by name, that's not real. And they got things like kangaroos. How stupid is that? Where a baby sits inside a pouch. Come on. Clearly, Australia thinks they're fooling somebody. Big Green says, what do you mean this? I'm this. What does this mean? You figure it out, pal. Again, we know each other. You figure it out. Krillin is everyone's friends. I agree. That's what I've always thought, Lou. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be a face-to-face. It's enough to just know people to a certain point. Right. And I think knowing someone, to me, just means that you have knowledge of them. And with a lot of you guys, I know what your likes are. A lot of you I know, if not, obviously not specifically where, I know what part of the country you're from. And I think that's actually the biggest key. I know a lot of your likes. I know your dislikes. I think you guys know the same about me. To me, that's what makes friends. We share common interests, or we probably wouldn't even be here together. Most of us, it's anime. Among the other things we do here, a lot of us share the same, well, Philip just proved it. A lot of us share that exact same type of sense of humor that is not a widely accepted sense of humor. I think most of us here have a bit of a sense of humor that is edgier than most people are comfortable with. And not by design, just by preference. And I think it's only places like this where a joke like Phillips gets that much appreciation, because most people go, oh, that's dumb. But I think bad puns are hilarious. And again, I think setting up a joke for a long period of time and then just paying it off with kind of a so-so punchline is hysterical. Brian says, if we met in real life, Mrs. Spaz would have to post bail. There is little doubt in my mind that if if logistics ever allowed for us to have a mass meeting, the Spaz Boys Comedy Goose Crew, authorities, yes, I believe authorities would get involved at some point. We would do something stupid enough to get the authorities involved. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Alexis, I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, Alex. That's pretty good. I'm the biggest whore I know, if you ignore every other whore in the world. That's good. Did he? I didn't know that. TV Filthy Frank 3 says Joji said he hated playing the character Filthy Frank. I did hear him say or not hear him say, or no, he might have said it in the video. I don't know if I read it or he said it, but I know he had said he was tired of it, which I understand. And I guess doing the Filthy Frank shtick was beating up his voice and everything. I didn't hear him say that he hated playing the character. But hated it or not, he was awful fucking good at it because he was really, really funny. Carl Pansrum's last words, Downward says, were, "Hurry up, you Hoosier bastard. I could kill 10 men while you're fooling around. He was one of the most depraved serial killers I've heard of." I didn't even know who he was. That's pretty fucked up. Yeah, that's being defiant to the end. That's like the old poster back from the 70s of the field mouse standing there giving the finger to the hawk that's swooping down to kill it. Previous post, Lord says, let's see. Wait, that's not the one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. I just read it. I'm sorry, Downward. You paid a super chat for one I had just picked up as it went by anyway. Yeah, I had never heard of that. Those are badass last words though. Those are last words I could get behind. Never mind. Yeah. TV Filthy Frank says, "Do you want Joji to be Pink Guy again?" Well, would I think it was funny? Yes, but what I'd like Joji to do is whatever makes him happy. It's again, that's all you can ask for out of life is doing stuff that you enjoy. That's why I'm as fortunate as I am that I get to do what I get to do. So I wouldn't want him to be Pink Guy again if it's not what he wanted to do. See, the Frank character died just before one of the biggest craps on YouTube really grew. Chrome says we would put DashCon and Rainforest to shame. Some people shouldn't be allowed in public. Oh, Willie. Construction workers are the best at conceiving children. They drill and fill at work every day. But that's, yeah. See, I've always believed that. And the longer I do this, the more I become convinced that's the case. Again, you don't have to see people face to face to know people. There's a lot of people I see face to face on a regular basis that I don't know nearly as well as I know at least half of you guys that are in the chat right now. And to be perfectly honest with you, there's a lot of people I see face to face all the time that I don't want to get to know. I mean, you guys here are friends by choice. We've selected to be one another's friends. A lot of the people you meet with day to day are just there because they're in your circle, and so they're just part of what you do. And that goes for family to some degree too. Oh, SpazCon is going to burn countries down. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, Alex, there's little doubt we'd all get in trouble. There's little doubt. George left the platform at just the right time too. Yeah. Well, you know what it was too, as he left, I'm sure he wasn't able to monetize any of his videos with what he was doing with Filthy Frank, which is just absolutely inane, but we all know that. TV Filthy Frank 3 says Joji said his favorite Pink Guy song he made is a Japanese one. Really? I didn't know that. STFU is still one of the funniest things I've ever heard. That I just think that's absolutely hysterical. Dragon says, what is the difference between humor and odor? Humor is a shift of wit. Yeah. I get you. M says, SpazCon must take place in Vegas. Then I can drive there. That would be a good location for it, to be honest with you, M. A place known as Sin City would probably be about as apropos for SpazCon as any place we could find. As like the old comedians used to call it lost wages. Because you go to Las Vegas, you had great paydays, but then you'd lose it all at the tables afterwards. Lick says, I'm blaming Braxton E for any of the legal trouble SpazCon gets us in. Oh, that would be so fun. it's the logistics of it are just so difficult, especially as I've told you guys. The UK region has supported this channel forever, and since the early days, and it'd be such, and especially, well, in the current climate, it'd be impossible anyway, because we can't, all of us around the states even can't travel to one another state without all kinds of aggravation right now. But it's just so hard to get the logistics of it to jive, because man, that would be a blast. Jack says, M tells me off for making puns. Can you explain the Disney Jew hating magic of that to her? I love bad puns. I just, Jack, I'm being sincere when I say I don't know why, but I always have. And the more groan worthy they are, the more I like them. That's why I'm not going to tell it again, because I told you that, guys, that joke 100 times. The old Superman sitting in a bar joke. That's one of the reasons I love it, because the joke setup is way, way, way too fucking long for that payoff. But that's why it's become one of my favorites, and one of the few jokes that I can remember forever. It never goes away. Thomas says, you know what you're saying, everyone here are all similar, makes sense. When I go out with my friends, they always have to tell me to act human. Yeah. Oh, Thomas, when we would do open mics and stuff, you'd be working on new material as a comedian. I've had, you guys know me well enough to know that, how do I want to put this delicately? I'm not one that has a problem with having a problem with someone. So I've had problems with a couple comedians because they were put off by my material. And this is in comedy, which is supposed to be no holds barred, but I've had a couple times. I had one guy tell me one time, I'm trying to remember how the whole conversation went. We were doing an open mic, and it was at a bar. It wasn't even a comedy club, but not that I'm making excuses. I did the same material anyway. I didn't do hardly any Pat material that night. I just worked off the crowd. It got pretty rowdy. And this guy was his material was all very PG at the most, and I guess he considered himself to carry himself in a certain manner. And I got off the stage, and the set went well. And most of the other people there were like, nice set, whatever. And this guy goes, and he looked at me like this, and he goes, I hear there's a rodeo in town next week you could play. Like all condescending and shit. So I said, oh yeah? I said, which stall will your mom be coming out of in the rodeo? I'll fucking fuck her. How's that? And I was pissed. I was ready to just beat the shit out, because again, I've actually calmed down a little from what I used to be. And he just looked at me and he started to say something. And it's like, dude, it doesn't matter to me. Wrestling locker room, backstage at a comedy club, they're both the same fucking place for me. So open your mouth, motherfucker. And he didn't. He walked off and he went, which was probably better because I'd have just gone to jail. But yeah, so I know exactly what you're saying. I used to get it from other comedians. Dragon says, what is the difference between a burlesque show and a circus? A circus is a stunning array of stunts. That's pretty good. Okay, I like that. A stunning array of stunts. Okay, that one's pretty good, Dragon. That's good. M says, don't listen to Jack. He knows not what he speaks. But I gotta go with him, M. Puns are just the best. Cheap Jump Scare says, check next post. Okay, let me get downloads. If we ever hold a SpazCon, I think we can all agree to me providing the pizza. Pretty sure it's unanimous. Yep. Oh, as long as there's pizza. Absolutely, downloads. It's got to be pizza if it's SpazCon. Yeah, that's a done deal. Hold on, let me see if I can find Cheap Jump Scare's post. I don't see it yet. Damn, being Stream King went away pretty damn quick. It did, Phil. It almost doesn't seem fair, does it, for Phil? Philip puts up a $500 super chat, but once you become Stream King, it doesn't give you credit for how much over the amount you needed to become Stream King, if that's making any sense. So Philip's Stream King only lasted as long as somebody who, if they'd gotten there with a $2 super chat, it lasted. Here's Cheap Jump Scare. Fiance and I are going with a friend to a horror convention today, where I get to meet Papa Shango the Godfather and Carl Weathers, a.k.a. Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. I would love to meet Carl Weathers. Obviously I loved him in the Rocky movies, and I loved him in Happy Gilmore. Chubbs. Oh, Chubbs is one of my all-time favorite characters. I was on a show with The Godfather once, but I didn't really. I still remember that night. It was a crazy night. I didn't even get a chance to speak with him. He didn't work. He was just there signing. Um, I didn't even get a chance to
Oh,
speak to him, unfortunately. But I would
yeah.
love to meet Carl Weathers. Chubbs is one of the best ever. Dragon says a blind guy walks into a bar and a wall and a table and the floor. Oh. I love Fridays. Pineapple and anchovies. Stop it, Dollard. Stop that. Oh, jeez. Just the thought. Oh, I can't even imagine. Oh, pineapple and anchovies on a pizza. It would make me cry. Yes, Philip, damn alligator bit my hand off. I love that character, Philip. That's one of my all-time favorite characters in movies is Chubbs. And the scene where he first meets him, where Happy is taking baseballs to the chest, and the little fat kid follows him in and does it. I love that movie. Well, again, we talk about our our love of stupid comedy, so. Chrome says, to be fair, Spaz Kid could use a weekend in jail. He'll toughen him up. He'll shave his hair again. Either lose 50 pounds and become a prison bitch or put 50 pounds on a few scars. Now, I have to give Spaz Kid credit. Spaz Kid is a truly just good human being, which I'm very proud of because him and I share a sense of humor without a doubt. And we share a lot. I mean, we have a lot of things that we enjoy very similarly, but he did not, and I am so happy for it, he did not pick up. Hey, JX. He did not pick up my demeanor. He picked up his mom's, and I couldn't be happier for that. I less to worry about with him, and his life will be a much smoother place because he didn't get my aggressiveness. Yeah, I would agree with that. Spaz Debbie says Happy Gilmore is the best Adam Sandler. Yeah, I love Happy Gilmore. Love it. Happy Gilmore, Step Brothers, movies like that I can just watch over and over and over again. Arcane Mystic says, hey, Curtis, the final arc of Bleach is being animated. Excuse me, sorry. It won't be unleashed next year. Are you going to return to the series and watch the final arc? Its final arc had never been animated until now. I'm sure we
Oh,
will at some point, Arcane.
yeah.
It'll depend on what we're doing at the channel at the time, how quick, but I'm sure we will. Down where it says, you already agreed. Pineapple and anchovy pizza for SpazCon. Oh, you really should have remembered that about me before you agreed to let me get it. Well, that's true. You're right. You're right. You sucked me in with that. But SpazCon is going to need way more than one pizza. I'm just saying. So we could get a little anti-anchovy and pineapple influence in there as well. Besides, whenever I try a new pizza, which is all the time, I need to try the sausage as well because I like the sausage. I do. We have to kill Dollar, not our lifer said. Senor Chungus says a man walked into a Mexican bar and asked a man he wants a drink, but the bartender chopped his fingers off. It's confirmed Dollar is a sadist, Philip says. Oh, Step Brothers, yeah, Jack. Again, that's one of the stupid. There's a few of them that I can just watch over and over. That's one of them. Oh shit, the title's going right out of my head. Oh, fucking hate when I do this. And I can't even come up with the guy's name who stars in the movie. Guys, the stupid comedy about the SNL alum stars in it. He's a stuntman, a terrible stuntman. And he ends up doing a big jump at the end of the movie and everything, and he does the rage dancing in the forest and falls down the hill. One of you guys will remember. These are my favorite things, and I can't remember any of the titles. I'm trying to see if I can come up with a name before one of you guys tells me what it is. No, it's not Will Ferrell. It's one of the more recent but not quite as well known alumni. God damn it! It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of what that is. Hot Rod. There, Spaz Dev got it. Probably could think of it. Yes, Hot Rod. What's the guy's name that Hot Rod? Arcane Mystic had it too. Stone had it. What's his name? The guy that stars in it. Both the name of the movie and his name went completely out of my head. Joshua's got it. I can watch that one over and over again. That's as dumb as it gets too. And that one's Andy Samberg. Thank you. Yes, Stone. Andy Samberg. That's with the memory though. Obviously, I have issues with it. It can be anything with the memory, but specifically nouns. Rod Hot, Jeff says. Yes, I can watch that one over and over again. The first time Braxton, we just happened upon that movie. It was on USA Network. I still remember one afternoon we were just sitting around. We watched him do the whole rage dancing thing, fight dancing or whatever the hell he calls it in the woods there. When he fell down that hill, we almost pissed ourselves. Do onions belong on pizza? Wolverine says. I don't eat onions on pizza, but I don't find that as objectionable as pineapple. Now, in fairness, anchovies, I won't say don't belong on pizza. I just hate anchovies. Pineapple, I say, does not belong on a pizza. Dalwar says onions belong on pizza, yes. See, most toppings, I think you can make a case for. I don't see putting that fruit on pizza in any way, shape, or form. Hey, Furious. VX Vanity says, VX Vanity says, being a dirty-minded teenager and also enjoying peanuts really made me think how they came up with that name. Oh, God. I like the Oink's name is now Oink Trinolf, but more swine-like or swine-like. Dragon says, have you ever watched Hell Pass? No. If not, you need to. It's really funny. That name sounds familiar, Dragon, but it only sounds familiar in the respect I think it's been brought up before. But yeah, I don't really know too much about that one at all. Other than, again, I've just heard the name. Dragon's boss again. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Yeah, I'm with you, Ronan. And again, it's one of those rare things that my wife and I are just total opposites on. Well, that and sense of humor. Now, my wife does not share our sense of humor at all. I mean, she's a good sport about things. She'll laugh along. But as far as like all those movies we just mentioned that all of us like, she doesn't care for any of them. But if you give her a good old-fashioned episode of Golden Girls or Hee Haw, she's all over it. So, I love the thumbnail. Oh, thanks, Sky. You think so? Arcane Mystic says, don't mess with the Zohan is Adam Sandler's best film credit. It's just so damn comical. I agree. I like that one. I think it's funny. That one did horrible at the box office, but I think it's funny. I can't put it above Happy Gilmore for me. But it's real. Yeah, I do agree with you. It's funny. It's funny. It's funnier than hell. I like where he kicks the shit out of the guy in the street in the beginning of it too, and how he keeps banging that poor kid's mom. Hawaiian pizza with onion rings? I love onion rings, but isn't that a weird combo? Trakami says barbecue chicken pizza. Now, I'm not big into barbecue, but yeah, I've got as a matter of fact, I told you we've got this one couple that's good friends of ours, Alex and Elizabeth. Well, you know, you heard me talking about her at Disney. That's Elizabeth Almost Died ride. But they come over. They were just over with us last night. We were watching football and stuff. They like Alex likes the barbecue chicken pizza. I think Brax likes it too. He'll eat it once in a while. So again, those are ones that it's like I don't like them, but I get it. I don't get the pineapple at all. Yeah, Ronan says too, don't mess with Zohan. It's hilarious. I don't know why that didn't do well at the box office. I thought that was really funny. RPT says last post. Hold on, let me see, pal. Where are you? Last time I tried a new type of sausage, it wouldn't fit down my throat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what. See, if nothing else, though, if we had SpazCon, Orlando would have to be a thought, too, not just because of how much I love Disney World, but because we could all go to that Pizza Ponte and eat. Oh, guys, that pizza's so fucking good. Holy shit, that was delicious. Tomato sliced on pizza is bomb. I know a lot of people that like that. I don't like, obviously not me, but yeah, I know a lot of people that like that. Pineapple and black olives. Again, I know people that like the black olives on pizza. Still not the pineapple though. Watching Happy swear on TV and Happy Gilmore is funny. It is Sky Foxtrot where he goes on that whole swearing rampage in the background there. Yeah. And of course, the legendary fight with Bob Barker is fantastic. Lick says, this is why you should let me cater. I'm going to bake a 10-mile long spaz cake for SpazCon, covered in cake versions of your favorite anime waifus, tits and all. All right, now SpazCon is getting set up by the end of the day. That would be the ultimate cake. Oh, I would just bury my face in it and motorboat it. Cake and titties. Oh, I can't even imagine a better combination than that. You do SpazCon in Orlando, and they're 110%. I tell you, one of the good things about actually Orlando too is typically flights are on the more reasonable side there because obviously everything, you know, with all the theme parks down there and everything, they try and keep flights as low as they can into there. Dalward says I'm surrounded by Philistines. Lifer says the only things I'll have on pizza are mushrooms. I don't mind mushrooms. I don't ask for them. My wife likes them. So if we're out together, we'll get like sausage and mushroom because I'll eat them. It's not something I go out of my way for, but mushrooms are okay. Ground beef, I like ground beef on pizza. And sometimes Canadian bacon. I love Canadian bacon. Yes, I'm with you on all three of those, Lifer. I like all of those. Oh, it's interesting you say that. Tomato slices and basil and pieces of mozzarella because margarita pizza at its best. We had pizza because pizza's my thing. So pizza or hamburgers. Whenever we go someplace new, I like to try them. And we ate at Wolfgang Puck's. I think you'd like the pizza there. It was I liked it. It's not going to make one of my favorites lists by any means, but it was completely different. It was really different the way they put it together. If any of you guys can get to a Wolfgang Puck's, try the pizza. I'd be interested to see what you think. I know he told me, I know nothing about cooking, but I said how it was different and good, and the waiter told me basically, you know, what they used, what ingredients were in it, and I don't remember what it was, but it was really different, but quite good. No pizza topping I won't eat, Gone says. Haven't tried anchovies. Want to? Do you? I actually tried an anchovy once. It was years ago. I spit it right back out. Oh, I couldn't do it. Wolverine says mushrooms don't sit well with me. Yeah, a lot of people. I think, and a lot of people don't like the texture of mushrooms too. I know. I'm hungry too, pal. As a matter of fact, shortly after the stream, we're going to start cooking dinner because, again, now with me cutting back on eating, I eat very little for lunch, and I just have a hard roll. Peanut butter is my go-to when I'm trying to eat right and working out because it gives me. I like the pop it gives me for the workouts. So all I've had is a hard roll with peanut butter and some graham crackers for lunch. So I'm ready for dinner. We're having grilled chicken tonight. Well, guys, speaking of which, because this is after 4, I do have to go. Guys, thank you so much for the stream. I love Free For All Friday streams. And yes, I do know you all. I feel that I do. So anybody that comes in here, any of the drive-bys that have an issue with me saying that I know you guys can stick it because it's genuine how I feel. And again, thank you very much, Philip, for the very extensive Crimson Sky. I appreciate that. But thank you for another great Free For All Friday. And just to keep in mind, guys, I know it's Shooter Day tomorrow, but it could end up being Shooter Day Sunday instead, because I do have a busy day tomorrow. Just to give you a heads up in case you don't see the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did see that. Mort says it's Leif Erikson Day. Hinga-dinga-durgan. I did see that earlier on Twitter. I saw somebody saying something about that board. Hinga-dinga-durgan. But thank you guys very much for the Free For All Friday stream. I love these. And, of course, in response and as a token of gratitude, you're going to get some high-quality sticky stuff right now. Everybody get ready. And as I said, have your trademark sticky stuff fanny pack open and ready because you don't want to waste any of this. You know, you need, like next week, we know that Monday, Tuesday sticky stuffs, they're like, you need a pickup early next week. You're going to be sorry if you don't have some of this. This is some high-grade, really well-done Free For All Friday sticky stuff. I'm just telling you. The proof is in the pudding or in the whatever this sticky stuff is, but it's about to come your way. Get it? Come your way. And here it comes. Pumpu, pumpu. Free For All Friday sticky stuff for you, for you, for you. See, I see. Yeah, see everybody putting it. Get it in that fanny pack. Hold on to it. Sell it on eBay. Well, eBay would love that sale. Sell it on eBay. People need this. People want this. It's free for all Friday sticky stuff. Again, Shooter Day will be coming up either Saturday or Sunday. Not sure which, but we'll bang. Okay, Flashly Like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, and on Free for All Fridays, it's extra sweet when we say goosh, 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 goosh.